I just saw Strays, the new Will Ferrell comedy movie. No gimmicks for this one, guys. Not yet. I've got a rant. I'm gonna rant like I've never ranted before. I've done a lot of movie reviews. I kinda ranted about The Meg. This is worse than The Meg 2. This might be one of the worst movies I've ever seen in a movie theater. This movie was the opposite of funny. In fact, watching it made me unfunny. It made me actively angry the more I watched it. I thought this movie was one of the worst comedy films I've ever seen. It's up there with like Epic Movie or any of those terrible parody movies that came after Scary Movie. It is just horribly unfunny. Yet what made this experience watching this in the movie theater, and I'm going to say this in as unpretentious as a way as I possibly can, was the audience I was with. The things they laughed at. The things they thought were funny. I have lost faith in humanity's ability to intelligently enjoy a movie. Unironically, like a dog goes, "Fuck. Oh my god, he's shitting. I'm gonna poop. Your penis is big." And this guy next to me is like, "That's the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. More of that, please." And like, I guess I'm glad he enjoyed it. But also, no, I'm not. This is genuinely... Okay, so you know the kind of comedy in Ant-Man and the Wasp? You know, like the, that just happened, whoa, wacky sort of thing. It's kind of like that, mixed with dog jokes, like the most obvious dog joke you've ever thought of in your life. And I'll get more into the actual plot of the movie in a second. This is going to be a long one, guys, so buckle up. But then they also, like, added the fuck word. Or they threw in a sex joke. Lots of sex jokes. Or, you know, when those aren't working, you turn to old reliable poop jokes. Man, funny man, because man gets poop on face. It's funny because dog poop on floor. Dog poop and make man slide on poop, and he falls on poop. And that's not nearly as funny as it sounds. The jokes in this are second to none. In fact, hold on, guys. I'm getting my dog. We're bringing my dog in. I'm gonna use my dog to demonstrate exactly what a joke in this movie is like. We're gonna demonstrate a joke. We're gonna reveal part of the studio. All right, Ash. Ready? Ready? Oh, fuck. I just shit. Oh, man. My human is so good. He smokes a bong. Oh, hold on, Ash. Ash. Look towards the camera. Okay, you are not cut out to be a show dog. Straight up. You are not cut out to be a show dog. Oh, no. I like to lick my own balls. You guys get the picture. He's just going to be here for the rest of the review. After all that, there's no way I'm getting rid of him. I eat my own poop. It's just stuff like that. Like the dogs just say things like... He just told me that fuck, shit, and fart, and also that he likes to poop and have sex with the couch. I translated. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, so that's about the kind of joke you're gonna see here. 3 of those were real jokes from the movie. I'll leave that to y'all to pick up. Actually, if you ask me, none of them were jokes, but comedy is subjective, I guess. So, what is Strays about? Strays is about dogs that say curse words, but really what Strays is about is a dog owned by a man who smokes the bong and is not a good owner. He does the drug. He does the bad things with the devil's lettuce, and because of that, he is abusive to his dog. One day, he takes his dog and dumps him in the city. That dog teams up with 3 other dogs, and they decide that they're gonna go bite his owner's dick off. After they piss on some stuff in a series of piss jokes, and and steal some pizza, and have sex with a couch. There's lots of borderline, I can't say the word, but zoo, and then ick, you know what I'm getting at. Sequences of dogs' genitalia. In full detail, dogs having sex with one another, dogs humping things, 3 squirrels having an orgy. God, what other horrible things were in this movie? I mean, basically, this is not safe for life. You're gonna need eye bleach when you come out of it. But people thought that was really funny. Like when they hard cut to the 3 squirrels having sex, my audience just erupted with laughter. I felt like I had like entered Bizarro World because it was so unfunny. I was like this the whole time. The movie made me laugh a total of 3 times and kind of chuckle. One chuckle. I have an Australian Shepherd and she digs holes all over my yard. So when the Australian Shepherd in the movie said that she digs holes, I went like that. The first laugh of the movie is the Hallmark dog narrating its owner, and they reveal that his owner is serial killing people. That got a laugh out of me. It was an actual good joke. Congratulations. Hey, you did it. You guys did it. Oh my god. Woo. I'm so proud of you guys. Will Ferrell, you've really got your mojo back. You did it, guys. The second joke I laughed at is in the trailer, and it was more of a and it was the reveal of this billboard of a mailman that they called the devil the whole movie, and I hadn't seen the trailer yet. I went back and watched the trailer because I had a suspicion I was right. The trailer features the cream of the crop from this movie. The things I would say are the closest to jokes. And so if you've seen that trailer and you didn't think it was funny, believe me, the movie is 50 times worse. The jokes are horrible. So the third joke I laughed at, let me give the credit to the movie. There is a scene where one of the dogs calls a German Shepherd Adolf. That was funny to me. I think I don't really have to explain why I found that amusing. But even that, it's not a really good joke. It was just like when you're in the desert and someone pisses into a jar and hands it to you, you're so thirsty you drink that up. You know? Like Better Call Saul. So that joke was like my salvation in the desert. The movie's plot is terrible. It meanders in all sorts of bad directions. Nothing in it really makes sense. There's so many bad jokes. I think the worst thing about the movie is the voice acting. They clearly hired people who were famous, but not for being talented voice actors. The voice acting here is some of the worst I've ever heard. It's so bland and boring and bad and just horrible. My dog is just running wild over there, sorry. It's just all so bad, and it's not helped by a bad script and a bad production value and really unsettling dog lip movements. There's a sequence in this movie where a dog finds a lost Girl Scout in the middle of the forest and then helps a police dog find her. And then they go to the pound. And at the pound, they make a human slip and fall on turds. And then the man gets the poopy all over him. And when he has the poopy all over him, and the poopy is covering his entire body, he walks into the lobby where the people are and they go, P.U. And if that sounds like a joke from a baby movie, I'm going to propose my theory for this movie. I think someone wrote a subpar dog movie for children. It wasn't a particularly good dog movie. Something you'd see on Hallmark. Milo needs to come home to his house far away, but his owner is a meanie, and Milo has to figure out with the help of some new friends that his owner being mean to him isn't good, and that he should look for something better, like trying to teach kids about abusive relationships early. And some guy in Hollywood looked at the script and goes, yeah, but what's the hook? We need the hook. And then another guy in that studio was like, what if, this is a crazy idea, what if the dog said fuck? And the guy was like, oh my god, you're on to something. You're on to something. Get me a scriptwriter. Hurry, hurry, hurry. They like pulled in Will Ferrell or whoever wrote this thing, and they were like, all right, listen to this guy's pitch. And the guy was like, what if the dog says fuck? And they all started laughing, like that Smiling Friends scene with the frog, and they all just started laughing. And they're like, that's fucking brilliant. Make it a whole movie. Just add fuck into every line of dialogue. So they went back into this kid's movie script, and they added sex scenes with the dogs. They added the word fuck. And then occasionally, they left the poop from the actual kids' movie in. And then they added the idea of biting the owner's balls off instead of telling him off. And so what the movie feels like is a very unfunny kids' movie with the word fuck added in. And you're expected to think that it's now funny because the word fuck is in it. It isn't now funny. In fact, I hate it even worse. I cannot express how much I dislike this movie. I actually paid to see this. I didn't get a free screener pass. I bought tickets to Alamo Drafthouse to go in and see this movie. And it was in the theater I paid to go into. The fact that I paid to see it makes it worse. I'm never going to get that money back. That was $15. Movie tickets are expensive now, guys. They're really expensive. But I do these reviews. I enjoy my weird little YouTube hobby. So I went and I saw Strays. And that movie, I felt violated. It was so unfunny. That was like when the Dementors drained all the happy thoughts out of Harry Potter's face in Prisoner of Azkaban. That's what it felt like to me. That's what it felt like to me. Just having my whole soul sucked out of my body. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but this movie, I can only say it is unfunny, it is horrible in so many ways without y'all getting the point. I almost recommend seeing this when it's on VOD or something, just sitting down and watching this, just so you can see what I'm talking about, like just how unfunny it is. It felt like a boner comedy from like 1998, where they thought the fuck word was so edgy. We're living in the modern era. YouTube exists, the internet exists, people say the fuck word all the time. It's not funny anymore. Poop isn't funny. Sex jokes aren't funny anymore unless they're clever. I would almost compare this to Superbad. Superbad says the fuck word a lot. Superbad has lots of sex innuendos. But you know what Superbad does not have? Unfunny jokes. Almost every joke in Superbad lands. Because the joke isn't just the character cursing. It's the context in which they're cursing, the way people around them react to it. The environmental stimuli happening, and the thing that's making them say those words. They aren't just saying it to say it. They're saying it because something insane is happening. It's a reasonable thing. Cursing can make a joke funnier. But here's the thing. Cursing, it's like icing on a cake. If you don't have a cake, adding the icing isn't going to make anything better. This movie, it's like they went into their kitchen and they baked lasagna. And it wasn't very good lasagna either. It was made with nasty canned tomatoes or something. It was like left sitting out for 3 days. It's got some mold on it. And they're like, you know what? Put some icing on that. It'll be edible. So they put some icing on that lasagna. And they expected me to eat up and enjoy it. So cursing is like, it needs to be used like a weapon. Like anything else in writing. Like sorrow. Which brings me to one other complaint. Something that should be used in a movie. Music. Most of this movie has no music. There's just swaths of characters saying really unfunny jokes, and there's no music to try to like set a tone. It's super awkward. I don't know why. It's like Love on a Leash, a movie I would recommend seeing instead about a talking dog. That's actually funnier. One of the worst movies ever made, but for entirely different reasons. It's just like a so bad it's a good movie. That movie has no music. It becomes funny because that movie is so awkward. This movie isn't quite to that level of awkwardness yet, but like watching a dog humping each other and pissing on each other. There's a scene where the 5 dogs all piss on each other, and we see it in detail. There's a scene where a dog's penis is stuck out of a jail cell, and he tries to reach keys with it. There's all these things that happen in the movie, and there's just no music. It's just like, it'd be dead silence like this, and then his wiener would come out, and then the audience would laugh at it. I thought it was bad. And when they did have music, it was mostly really obvious or bad sounding rap music, or song that's the same as what's happening on screen, but without nuance. I found this movie to just be horrible. I really, really, really hated this one. I don't know if that's clear. I didn't enjoy this movie. Y'all might. I don't know what the critics are going to think. I swear to God, I might just end it all if the critics give this like a positive review, because I just hated it. I hated it so much, and it just rubbed me the wrong way. Something about this movie rubbed me the wrong way. I'm going to give Strays well-deserved 2 out of 10. Don't see Strays, please. This movie is not funny. If a dog saying fuck sounds like your level of comedy, sounds like something you might find funny. Right here. Oh, fuck. My name's Asher. There you go. You've got your comedy fix. Now don't go give Strays money. Alright? Show them that we want comedies that are funny. And not whatever this movie is. Yeah, so don't see Strays. If you really want to see it and you're very curious, wait till it comes on streaming, please. Don't go to a theater to see this. You're going to have a bad time. The movie is just very bland. Alright, I've been Bjorn. Sub and like if you also don't like Strays. I gotta go see Blue Beetle tomorrow. And while I'm a little worried, because I'm not sure that the DC is going to put out a good movie given their track record, I'm mildly hopeful. But at the very least, it will be better than Strays. And if it isn't, God help us all. DC is truly finished. Alright, I'll see you all in the next one.